What is good, everybody? Swishes, Hits, and Kicks, episode 34. The hostess with the mostest, the hostess that better than the rest. Wild hair today. And I'm still gonna shine because I'm the best. Richard Carry on. What's good? We are talking, it is January 21st, 2025. A lot of things have happened since last time we talked. Man, there's a national champion. College football. Shout out to Ohio State. Good job. We have the AFC Championship, the NFC Championship now solidified of who is going to play those games and head to the Super Bowl. Man, a lot of things to talk about. UFC 311 just happened. Shout outs to doTERRA. Breathe, drop. Yeah, don't stop. Power me through this podcast. Fresh out of work. Handling business. Teaching kids. Yeah. But anyways, let's jump in. Let's talk about football. Football's king. Let's talk about NFL playoffs. So, the Commanders, man. Wow. The Commanders did work on the Lions. I feel like the Lions' luck finally caught up with them. Goff, struggled. It's crazy. Goff kind of looked like what some people would think about him. I feel like they could have handed the ball off more, but honestly, it's really cool that the Commanders are going to the NFC Championship. Rookie quarterback. They got like a whole new ownership. Like there's just like this new vibe around the Commanders. Shout outs to my boy Ricky Bates. That guy has loved the Redskins, Commanders, as long as I've known him. And I'm actually I'll say it now, I'm gonna root for them to win the Super Bowl. Because honestly, I'm like, you know what, that's cool. My boy Ricky loves them, man. Legit loves them. And the Commanders are gonna be playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who I feel like have been on this like cusp all year. Like if you've been watching, they're one of the teams you're like, I could see them in the Super Bowl. Saquon's been killing it, but Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, weird. They squeaked it out against the Rams. It's weird. The Eagles, if they would have lost, you would have been like, they only need like one more player and they're in the Super Bowl. The Rams are a team that I'm surprised even got that far. I'll be frank with you. I was very surprised that the Rams got that far. But now we got the Commanders, Eagles division game. This should be fun. In Philly. I'm excited. Coming up on the 26th. Let's see. That's a Sunday, the day after I graduate. Shout out to getting a master's education. Yeah. On deck. And then we got the Chiefs and the Texans. I've been saying it all year. The NFL is rigged for the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. The NFL wants the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. They want them to be the first team ever to three-peat. They want them to have this special moment. Travis Kelce's going to retire. I'm predicting he's going to propose to Taylor Swift after getting a three-peat and ride off into the sunset, the biggest viral moment of the year. The NFL is rigged for the Chiefs. I don't know. Like, if you go back and watch, like, all season long, like, the Texans have not been the best team. They haven't. Like, Mahomes hasn't played the best. It's evident. A lot of calls. Like, when you play the Chiefs, you got to be ready to play the refs. And, man, it was just a tough game to watch. The better game to watch was actually the Bills and Ravens down to the wire. I felt like that game was a battle of who's going to be the MVP. Is it going to be Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? Mark Andrews, man. Mark Andrews is going to get all the hate. Like, man, he's going to get all the hate because he fumbled that ball. And it's like, if you look up when the last time he like fumbled the ball, it's been a while. Like, he's been so good for them. And now he's going to get hated on. He's going to get all this terrible talk about him. Like, it's just, it sucks. Like, like it's terrible for him. I feel bad for the guy. Like, what is it? He's fumbled 7 times in his career. Biggest game of his career, I guess, though. It is what it is. Now we got the Chiefs and the Bills. It's funny. This game right here, though, I feel like this game is like career defining for Josh Allen, right? Like, Josh Allen needs to get over this hump. He has to prove that he is an elite quarterback Oh, yeah, he's a top 5 in the league. He's amazing. No, you have to beat Mahomes, bro. You got to go in Arrowhead, and you have to beat him. I want the Chiefs to win. I want it to be the Chiefs versus the Commanders in the Super Bowl on February 9th. That's what I want. The Bills versus the Commanders. Did I say Chiefs? Shoot. The Bills versus the Commanders. I don't know. Chiefs got me jacked up. NFL's rigged. That's what you're going to get out of this. Swishes and kicks. Rigged. NFL's rigged, man. I'm telling you right now. NFL's rigged. They want the Chiefs to win. They don't want you to win. But I want you to win. Anyways. Random. But let's talk about basketball. Oh, wait. No, let's not talk about basketball. Hold on. Let's talk about some movement in the NFL first. Okay? The Vikings re-signed their coach. The Patriots are trying to bring back Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator. Interesting. The Bears got the Lions offensive coordinator now as their new head coach, Ben Johnson. I heard it was between the Bears and the Raiders on who Ben Johnson wanted to go with. He picked the Bears. I'm a Raiders fan. I don't blame him for picking the Bears. I'm going to tell you right now. I don't blame him for picking the Bears. It honestly, like, and I've read this, that, it came down to quarterback, and it did. Like, who are you going to go with? Like, are you going to go with the team that has this first round pick from last year, young quarterback, or Gardner Minshew, or Aiden O'Connell? Like, Gardner Minshew is going to be cut. They're going to save $6.3 million cutting him. Jack Jones is going to be gone too. The Raiders are going to make a lot of moves, I'm telling you right now. And let's talk about my Las Vegas Raiders. Who's going to be the next coach? Who is going to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders for the 2025-2026? It's not Ben Johnson. I'm reading that Pete Carroll's the front runner. We'll see how that goes. I'm cool with that. Also, Baltimore Ravens offensive coordinator Todd Monken. We'll see. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm also reading about the cap space. If we re-sign Trayvon Moger, Robert Spillane, Nate, like some other people, Nate Hobbs, we could still have over $90 million in cap space, and that's what I want. There's a big prediction though right now that the Raiders are going to sign Sam Darnold. Yeah, that's the big prediction, is that Sam Darnold's going to get like $100 million or so from us, and we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't know. I'm open to anything right now. I would want Shador, but I don't know. There's even been talk, like, and I don't believe it. There's been talk of like Dion, but I think Dion would more likely go to the Cowboys. Should be interesting. And really who they need to worry about, the Raiders, they need to worry about Crosby. I feel like Crosby is open to playing somewhere else. He's made so many comments about the fact that Max Crosby himself, he said this, that he does not have any guaranteed money left. And I'll be real, if his cash ain't there and they ain't winning, he's not happy. Come on, like truth be told, depending on who the Raiders get as a head coach, if he doesn't like them, he's gone. I think he's gone. I think he's going to request a trade. Unless they want to restructure a deal. And I think recently he said something that a lot of things need to be discussed. I bet you it's head coach. I bet you it's more guaranteed money. We'll see. Personally, I hope they don't trade him. I hope they don't trade him unless it's like a team altering trade. Like whoever we get is going to be like this amazing, like better than anything ever we can get. That would be the best course of action. If not, don't trade him. Let's talk about a little NBA. NBA real quick. Let's see. Jimmy Butler still wants to trade. I feel like Jimmy Butler might be going to Phoenix. And who knows? We'll see. I think it would be Jimmy Butler, Durant, and Devin Booker. Bradley Beal's going to be on the outs. I think that's where we're heading. Bradley Beal's on the outs. All-Star Weekend's what, the Valentine's Day weekend? My Kings have been doing real good lately. Man, shout outs to them. They've been such a different team without Doug Christie and without Mike Brown. You know, it's weird. Basketball, I watch it. I still watch it. It's just, it gets more like entertaining, I'll say, when it's closer to like playoff time. The one thing I did want to talk about, and let me see, I'm gonna pull it up, is there's a new basketball league being talked about. And some of you may have heard this. But LeBron James business manager Maverick Carter is listing an advisor to help get a group of investors to seek $5 billion. They're trying to raise $5 billion to form an international basketball league that will serve as a rival to the NBA. The group would have multiple private equity funds and is looking to form a league consisting of 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing games around the world. To me, this is almost like that crazy YouTube type boxing, but with basketball. So like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, who knows? We might have like a team of old heads versus a team of like recently retired guys. I think that's what it's going to be, and they're going to try to compete money-wise with the NBA. But who knows? Crazy things have been said recently where like LeBron wants to be an owner in the NBA and like supposedly they're not letting him. LeBron's contract's up after next season. Who knows? What if LeBron goes with this guy in this new league with his business manager and they go and like start something crazy? Like, and they want to rival the NBA. Honestly, it might be what the NBA needs. The NBA, it truly ain't the league when out like that I grew up watching. Growing up, Penny Hardaway was my favorite player. Then it became Kobe Bryant. I love the Kings, you know, in the late 90s here, Sacramento. That's still a Kings fan. But, like, I really liked players because the players of the era were amazing. Like, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, like, Stephon Marbury, like, Mitch Richmond, Glenn Rice, Hakeem Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, of course, Jordan. Even Carmelo Anthony, I loved Carmelo Anthony. He was so sick. You know, LeBron's in there. Weber, we had a ton of players, man. It's just a different league. I don't know. It's different. They need something, and maybe a rival league would be great. It'd like change the care from the players, because like as a fan, sometimes I watch the game and some of these guys are lazy. Like they don't care. They're just getting paid millions of dollars to do nothing. Let's see. Let's talk really quick about baseball. I know I rarely talk about baseball. The one time I talked about baseball, some guys like, stick off baseball, bro. Like, leave that stuff to ourselves. Anyways, I'm going to mention baseball because some of the people going to the Hall of Fame, like, I grew up watching these guys. So what, you got Ichiro Suzuki, CC Sabathia, and Billy Wagner. So good. So cool. I'm glad they're in the Hall of Fame. Some of the people that didn't make it, I'm just still like mind blown. Have like, how the heck are these guys not making the Hall of Fame? I'm gonna tell you some names, and they're not in the Hall of Fame. I'm curious to thought if you're an older baseball fan, right? Let's see. Bobby Abreu, Andy Pettit, Manny Ramirez, Alex Rodriguez, and Carlos Beltran. Mind-blowing. Very surprised they're not in. Alex Rodriguez, whatever. You can hate on him all you want. It is what it is. One of the greatest hitters of all time. Let's talk about UFC 311. There was a change. Sarukian was supposed to fight Makachev, and it didn't happen. Sarukian got hurt. Hanato Moicano went in. His fight with Beneil Dariush got canceled. Beneil, though, got paid show and win money, so that's all good. All good, baby. But let's talk about this main card. Kevin Holland versus RDR. Kevin Holland talked all that smack about Rampage Jackson on the Jackson podcast, right? He goes in there saying all this, like, bad words, like, F you, blah, blah, blah. Rampage held his composure. I was like, oh, man, how cool is Rampage right now? Like, in my head, I'm like, he is totally, like, being good because, like, this is how this podcast game goes. Like, shout outs to him, man. I was like, good for you, bro. And Kevin Holland lost first round. Like, Kevin Holland, I think, has lost like 4 in a row or 4 of his last 5. He's like 1 loss away from being cut. Almeida fought Spivak. I'm surprised he got this KO TKO. Usually he's a really good grappler, but he got KO TKO. Heavyweight's really light. If he beats like Surreal Gone, if he's able to beat Surreal Gone, it's gonna be a hard one. Like, he'll probably get a title shot. That's how light heavyweight is. Not light heavyweight is in the weight, but light heavyweight, the weight class is. Let's see. Yuri Prochaska against Jamal Hill. Man, Jamal Hill went in there, fans just hating him, and he lost. Like, it's crazy. Jamal Hill's good. Like, Jamal Hill's a really good fighter, but man, at the Intuit Dome, they hated him there. And Yuri got the KO, man. The crowd was crazy. Yuri should be getting a title shot after Ankalaev and Jama Pereira fight. The co-main event was Merab Diva. I'm going to try to say this. Merab Divashvili. I tried my best. Merab against Umar Nurmagomedov. I did that one really good. Heading into the fight, everyone thought Umar was going to win. Like, every like odds maker, a lot of predictions was Umar was going to win. I didn't think so. Merab's great. Like, it's funny. I remember talking about him after the Sugar Sean fight and was like, man, it was lame. It was kind of boring, but he's hard to beat. Like, I don't know who's going to beat Merab. I don't know if anyone's ever going to beat Merab, to be honest. He's so good at fighting. He won handedly, 3 rounds guaranteed, possibly a 4th. I don't know who's beating him. I think a rematch of Sugar Sean's coming. Unless Sugar Sean like knocks him out, ain't nobody beating Merab. Merab's good. Merab's so good at everything. It's insane. Toyed with him. That was funny. Toying with him the way he did, that was hilarious. He actually got a fan out of me. I want to see Merab fight again. Let's see. Then the main event, Moicano, who stepped up on a couple days' notice against Makhachev. There was that, oh man, look, he dropped him moment. It felt like fans were like thinking, but I think it was more of a slip from Islam, and Islam choked him out. That Darce choke he does is just tight. I've seen people make comments like, oh, he tapped out so fast. They don't know. They don't know how tight that thing was. You know? It was just too tight. And he was out, you know. I think Islam should move up to fight Bilal. I don't think he will. But who knows, right? Like, we'll see. Let's talk about the next UFC fight. The next UFC event is a fight night, February 1st. So what? Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. And it is in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season. And the main event will be Israel Adesanya against, let's see, how's his first name? I can't say the first name. Last name's Imavov, though. I got that one, baby. They're the main event, 5-round. First time Izzy hasn't been, I think I said this is where it's been years since Izzy hasn't had a title fight. Co-main event is Shara Bullet Magomedov against Michael Venom Page. You got Pavlovich versus Rosenstruck. It should be a really good card. This card should be really like fun to watch. I'm excited for it. I believe this is going to be on ESPN. Sometimes they do these ones on ABC though, or excuse me, CBS. That's why I'm like, I'm not super sure, but I believe, you know, that's what it's supposed to be. But we'll see. I think that fight's going to be really good. And then after that, you know, they have a pay-per-view in Australia coming up. Should I talk some wrestling here? I normally like try not to talk too much wrestling here because I know it can be bothering people. This is mainly sports, but I'll throw in a little wrestling. We have some time. Let's see. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw was cool. You had Jey Uso coming out, basically hyping up this match against Gunther. Ray versus Kofi was fun. The New Day as heels is really good. Really good. Sami Zayn's got this promo going. Kevin Owens came out. That's what we wanted. I believe Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania. Bayley versus Nia. Bayley was kind of fed to Nia. Penta, man. Penta versus Pete Dunne was great. Penta's awesome. Like, the crowd views Penta as a star. CM Punk did a promo calling out everyone, even saying he's going to kill Hulkamania. Punk, I truly believe, hates Hulk Hogan. So it was actually hilarious. He said, I'm going to toss your dusty old ass over the top rope and kill Hulkamania for good. The show was good. Rollins, McIntyre. Rollins got the win. Then the Sami Zayn thing. So Raw was good. Raw was cool. They were doing really good. We'll see what SmackDown does. I believe SmackDown is going to end up having some stuff to hype more of the Bloodline or old Bloodline, all that, and we'll see. Pro wrestling's fun right now. I'm not going to lie. Pro wrestling's hot right now. AEW, guys, we'll see. We'll see. AEW, man, had a chance to do something fun. They didn't do it. Guys, we'll see. I watch it. I'll comment on it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing really else to talk about here. TikTok's back. Go follow me now on TikTok. Get me to 100 followers, baby. Go follow me on TikTok.com. Yeah. TikTok, you don't stop. TikTok. Follow me now. YouTube. Get me on YouTube. I need 100 subscribers. Let's go. YouTube all day, baby. Switch hits and kicks. Love y'all. Leave y'all. Get it. Bye.